Ah, tiki ti. Ah, tiki ta. Ah, tiki ti. I mean, the whole Disney universe, it all just kind of comes together.
Atikiti is one of the greatest spells ever cast, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, guys, here's the top 5 spells ever cast. Coming in at number 5. I put a spell on you, the Hocus Pocus song.
That's a song.
But
well, they
no,
do spell, though.
They spell them.
Them.
That's a spell disguised as a song. That's why it makes the Mojo list.
What song is the song that melts the people's masks on their faces? That's Halloween Town 3?
No, that's Halloween Town 2, and I don't believe that's a song. That's
what happens? Aren't they at a dance? Aren't the adults at like a Halloween dance in Hocus Pocus also?
And in Hocus Pocus, yes, the adults are at a Halloween dance. In Halloween 2, if I'm not mistaken, there's a dance at like the high school, and then the mom goes to chaperone that with the frog man.
Yeah. Who is actually a frog?
Yeah, he's a golem. It's made of frogs.
Calabar's father.
Calabar's
son.
Calabar Jr.'s. Cal Jr.'s fake dad.
Turned a frog into his
Cal Ripken Jr.'s fake dad. So this is what live action Stitch looks like.
I don't like it. Because you want to know why I don't like it?
Bad.
I think he looks not real enough.
Yeah, but he is an alien.
Can I ask you a question?
No.
I'm going to ask you a question anyway.
God damn it.
In the original Lilo and Stitch, how much fur does Stitch have?
He is made of fur. He's a furry fella. He's a furry fella.
I know he's got like a little fur here.
No, they just make it look like a tuft for the animation, but he's like covered in fur. They think he's a dog.
He looks smooth in the.
Yeah, but
don't they say a hairless dog though?
No. Where are you getting that from? Your imagination. That's where. No, Stitch is all fur, man. All fur all the time.
At least look up real Stitch. Well, fake Stitch, and look up the original Stitch. Stitch.
Hold on. This will take a minute. Stitch IRL.
I didn't like that at all.
That's what it says right there. See, there he is.
He don't look furry.
But you can tell that he is.
No, that's
fur.
what I mean. He's got a little bit of fur.
But that's, brother, you got to understand how. Like, look at, like, clearly
clearly click on that
fur.
picture. You cannot look at that and tell me clearly he is fur.
Emily, what do you think? I mean, yes.
You think he's fur?
Well, it's not that we think he's fur. We know he's fur. But based on that picture, yes, it is clear to me that he is fur.
I think the exact opposite. I think that
Wait, so what do you think that Stitch is? That's just like his weird skin?
Yes, he's an alien.
But like, I feel like you could say that about any, like the 101 Dalmatians. Like they have little tufts.
They're dogs, not aliens.
But
when you think of aliens, do you think big furry things?
Aliens
or do you think
come in
slimy, skinny, like skin, weird skin?
Yeah, do you think slimy skin, weird skins?
I'm pretty sure there's a part in the movie where his like little hackles raise up, which is like fur, like bristling.
Like on his back?
Yeah,
Right.
like I think he gets like.
I think he gets wet in part of the movie as well, and he like shakes it off like a dog. Or is
but
Stitch,
he doesn't.
Wait, is Stitch like against water?
He can't swim because he's too heavy.
swim.
But remember, they're surfing, and David like saves him when he almost drowns.
David.
Yeah, and he shakes
Absolute
like a dog,
king.
but his
King.
hair doesn't
Truly
shake. I don't think.
Yeah. Without
Roll
doubt.
the clip.
Guys, let's go to Stitch.
We don't have a clip.
Guys, we actually cannot get the footage of.
Disney will sue us.
I would love to see him try. I don't care. I don't care if Disney sues us as long as we get a copy of the script for National Treasure 3. I think that should be part of our settlement. We'll give you whatever you want. Just release the cut. Release the Bruckheimer cut.
I'm watching this guy.
Lilo versus Angelica from Rugrats is truly one of my favorite Who Would Wins that we've ever done. Yeah, he's clearly covered in fur. What are you looking up?
I'm watching the video of Stitch swim.
There's no place rather be than with Stitch, looking like Stitch.
This is the driest dude I've ever seen.
Well, he's probably not wet yet.
I'm still watching. He doesn't. Well, at first he's not a fan.
Yeah, he doesn't like the water.
Oh! He's grabbing a leg.
Okay.
Yo, this motherfucker is not fur. I gotta see.
Well, he clearly is, Matthew, despite whatever you think.
No, I think they got it wrong. I think that's a continuity error. Oh, now he likes it. I like Stitch.
Yeah,
Oh,
Stitch
the
is
big,
great.
the big scary alien grabs him.
Okay, he's not necessarily scary. He's just a little misunderstood. Jumba, I believe, is his name.
Doesn't show him getting out of the water. But there's Stitch playing the guitar. No, okay, so when you look at the wrinkles like up on his nose and by his eyes, he looks like those are the wrinkles that a hairless cat has. Look up a hairless cat.
I'm not looking up a
Look
hairless
up a hairless cat.
I don't want to because I know what they look like and they look gross and I
And
don't
he's
want to see
got
one.
those they've got those wrinkles right here. And they're hairless. If you're a furry guy, you don't have those wrinkles right there.
I think you do.
'Cause
I
you
think
have
those are
fur.
fur wrinkles, man.
Nah, there's no such thing as a fur wrinkle.
While I'm looking at them, what do you call that? What do you call
This
that,
is
brother?
stupid
You
argument.
think a pug doesn't have a fur wrinkle?
Okay, but a
Ooh.
pug's fur is different than the fur that's on live action Stitch.
I don't know.
Yes.
I guess a little.
Like you think he
But
should
they're
have
still
shorter
fur.
fur?
Well, yeah, if he had like short,
snake
like
fur?
bulldog-ish, puggish fur, that looks like he's got.
You're coming around to it.
I might be coming around to it. I don't like him.
Yeah, well, the Disney remakes.
Fake Stitch is so cute. Real Stitch is ew. Like
That's a good point. He's a little jarring. I mean, I honestly don't
They
think
coulda
he
made
looks
him
that
cuter.
bad.
you
Yeah,
know what I
maybe.
mean? I guess in the smiling picture, he's kind of a little
He definitely looks mischievous, which is
Like
good.
you
You,
ca-
gotta
yeah.
have a mischievous.
because he is
Stitch.
mischievous.
Yeah, he is. He's a little mischievous guy. Remember the ride at?
When he farts, yeah, I hated that.
That smelled really bad. I don't know what that fake fart smell is.
I hated. Yeah,
It was a scary ride.
it wasn't even a ride. You just sat there.
Yeah, it was a scary. It was scary. It was a scary thing.
I don't think it was scary. It's like
I was
like
scared.
the
When it goes pitch
bug.
black,
It's like a Bug's Life
Bug's Life still is scary. I mean, not so
when
much.
the hornets come, or when the
bees sting you,
Mhm.
when the spiders drop down. I mean, I've been to It's Tough to Be a Bug fairly recently, and kids lose it when the spiders come down. And those spiders are big, and they get pretty close to you. Like if you were to stand up, you could grab one of those spiders.
yeah, I'm also tall. Are you saying anybody?
I'm saying pretty much anybody.
Stand on the ground or stand on the benches?
Stand on the ground. Stand on the benches. You could swing from spider to spider like Tarzan.
Maybe next time we go, I do.
Not
I don't
bad.
like spiders though.
No, and they're spooky.
Those spiders?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a what's it called?
A scaredy cat?
No.
Arachnophobic.
No, the ride. No, I am an arachnophobic. I
It's
do
tough
not
to be
do
a bug.
spider. I do not do spiders at all. I'm as anti-spider as they come.
There was a spider
Nah,
in
don't-
the
don't like it.
dressing room the other day.
I don't
Like
like
not a
that at
huge
all.
one, but like bigger than average, right? Like pretty good size. And one of the guys saw it and was like, "Whoa, there's a spider!" And another guy just was like, "Oh yeah, boom!" Like grabbed it. And I was like, "Wow, that's I've never seen. I feel like most people are afraid of spiders. I've never seen someone who truly just doesn't care, just does not care about spiders whatsoever."
Dude, spiders are my 1-1 nemesis. Like if I had a draft of nemesises, spiders would be number 1.
And number 2 would be
The pimento cheese chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A.
that's a good nemesis.
Yeah.
It's a good nemesis
For
to
2
have.
reasons.
Okay. It's racist.
No.
Oh.
No.
Weird. I thought it tweeted something.
Because they swap out the pickles for pickled jalapenos.
Yeah.
And I don't even really love the pickles to begin with, but when I bit into it and got pickled jalapeno instead of a regular pickle, I was like, I'm not happy with this. So then I took them off and I enjoyed the rest of the sandwich for about 7 hours.
Oh. That's the way it goes, brother.
Yeah. That Chick-fil-A. And listen, I'll never speak bad about Chick-fil-A because
Nope, they've never done anything wrong.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying their food is
Oh.
delicious.
It is damn good.
But that sandwich really upsets me emotionally and physically.
That's the price you pay, baby. That's America.
I've only had it once, and I'll never get it again. That's up there. I don't know if that's number 2, but that's top 5. I don't know if I have any other nemesises.
I've had nemesises, but luckily I've defeated them all very easily. Because anybody who steps to me gets taken down. That's just kind of the way things go.
I don't know.
I don't have any control over it.
There's a guy I work with. This is kind of, I guess.
And he's your nemesis?
No. This is a quasi shout out to him. But I was thinking, like, do I have any nemesises? And I was thinking, like, I don't really have any nemesis. I don't have any nemesi.
The Hunchback of
I'm
Notre
sure
Dame.
I do. Yeah, he's a nemesi of mine.
Yeah.
Um,
You guys do not get along. Quasimodo? More like Quasi-Nodo. All right, that was bad, but I
Yep.
didn't have anything when I started the sentence, so.
No, there's a guy I
More
work
like
with.
Quasi...
Faux show.
Faux show. Quasi-faux show.
There's a guy I work with that. So somebody else I work with came up to me today and asked me, hey, if this guy wins league MVP of his flag football league, will you have him on the podcast? And I said, yes, without a doubt.
Yep.
And then, that guy came over and he was like, well, there's no league MVP, but like, cause it's by divisions. So there's no like overarching MVP. Each division, like there's division MVPs cause there's like, the 8, whatever. And we're like, what division are you thinking you're going to win MVP for? He's like, oh, we're in Division 6. And I'm like, no, you can't celebrate a Division 6 MVP.
No, that's just a nice little, that's fun. Hey, have a great time. But you're not rolling with the best.
I mean, Stephen Hawking could have won a Division 6 MVP.
I think he did, actually.
Yeah, I think he had 2.
I think he...
In between his Nobel Peace Prizes.
I don't know
or
if he
whatever
won,
he won.
I'm not sure if it was back-to-back or if there was a year in between when FDR might have taken it, but he definitely has 2.
Yeah. Who's the president that's still alive? Jimmy Carter?
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter could have won a Division 6 MVP this year.
Yeah, he'd give it his best shot.
Yeah.
I think he's 98.
He's been in hospice for 2.5 years. He has. That's like
That's
a fact.
crazy.
Yeah. And his son came. No, like I think that it's been maybe not 2.5 years, but it's been like, I think at least a year that he's been in hospice, and they're about to like kick Jimmy Carter out of hospice. They're about to be like, dude, you can't be in hospice.
Yeah, you're taking up too much hospice.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Save some hospice for the rest of us.
And they were saying that, or his son said, this is the Part of My Take podcast. They talk about this all the time. So fact check it, I guess, on your own. But they were saying that his son said in like a press conference, like, yeah, some days like he just doesn't even wake up. Like he's only awake some days. And they're like, dude, he's dying. He's dead some days and alive other days then, I guess. Like if you're 98 years old in hospice and you just don't wake up for a day, you're dead.
Interesting. I mean, if his heart's still ticking along. But that's pretty crazy. Oh, spooky. The guy, the world's oldest man just died. He was 112.
Right before he got to fight Jake Paul. Nailed
Nice.
that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Emily clipped that.
There's a guy, what about that tweet that's always going around? It's like they found this guy in a cave in India. They think he's 130.
Yeah, those guys are never...
Dude, that
they don't
guy
know.
is old.
Yeah, but they don't have birth certificates. They have no idea how old they are. Sometimes I feel 130.
I was having this conversation too. Do you think that this is horrible, but do you think that because every old guy you see in public is wearing like a Vietnam veteran hat? You know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm saying?
Keep going.
Yeah, but you know what the hat I'm talking about.
Yes, I
Like the
do know
same
it.
hat.
Yep. They give them out.
Yeah, but are they just giving them out to old people? Assuming is every single one of those guys rocking that hat truly
I think if you are homeless for more than 3 months, you get one of those hats.
or like
Which is
over the
fucked
age
up.
of like whatever.
Over the age of Vietnam. I don't know, man, because I've seen old people. I've seen old men without them, but whenever I do see one, I just assume that he forgot to wear it.
Yeah. So do you think that old people are just throwing them on, and if you called them out, they'd be like, "Yeah, I probably did serve. Yeah, I probably am a veteran."
Dude,
Yeah.
I was probably in Vietnam.
Yeah.
So were you actually in Vietnam? I was like, Maybe.
Yeah,
Could have been.
I honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, you tell me.
Yeah, where did I get this hat if I wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were giving them out.
Yeah.
I gotta think. I don't know. The cultural memory of America is so short that I do think you could get away with that pretty easily. It's rude.
It's stolen valor.
Yeah, it's stolen valor, which is pretty rude. That's about as rude. That's about as rude of a dude as you can get.
I don't know. It was just a talking point. That's all I had.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's all I had for the whole episode. in
I
fact.
figured.
That's all I came in with today.
That's pretty good.
Was stolen valor. Dude, so like I don't know if I'm jinxing myself by saying that. First of all, well, now let's talk some Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So
yeah.
this all stems from like about a year ago, like Thanksgiving last year. After Thanksgiving, I stopped eating turkey.
Oh yeah.
But I think it was more like lunch meat turkey that was like making me not feel good. Not like stomach wise. It was just this whole thing. So I stopped eating turkey. And then I had a Friendsgiving, as they call them, on Saturday. First of all, dude, I love Thanksgiving's just the fucking best, man.
Pretty good.
The food is so good. But there were 2 birds.
One stone.
And a ham. 2 birds and a ham.
The other name for this
one
podcast.
traditional bird.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1 bird that we deep fried, which was
Obviously.
so much fun, by the way. Because you see all those videos, and they're like, dude, this could be really dangerous.
Yeah.
And you're like, nah, I'll figure it out. I mean, I could definitely see, now that I've done it, how shit could go sideways very fast. But, dude, this deep fried turkey was one of the best turkeys I've ever had. So, fast forward to what I'm getting to is, before we get into the Thanksgiving food talk, is I had turkey. Because I was like, I haven't had, like, real turkey since then. Like, let me try some real turkey. And, like, been fine the past few days. So, I go to Jersey Mike's today for lunch. Because they had a deal on the app. Buy a sub, or order your sub online. Get a free sub, like, get enough points to redeem a free sub for your future order.
Cool.
So, I'm like, sure. And I'm like, dude, I haven't had a club sub. Every time I'm in there, I'm like, I want a club sub, and I don't eat it because I haven't eaten turkey. I'm like, dude, I just had turkey the other day. Like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm getting a club sub. And damn, is a club sub good.
Clubs, you can't. Do you get it on rosemary parm bread? By the way,
I get it on rosemary
okay,
parm.
good.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I get everything there. Everything there's on rosemary
Everything
parm.
on rosemary parm.
Because I like, no free ads, but I like the Chipotle chicken.
Okay.
I like the Chipotle chicken. I like the chicken bacon ranch, and I like the club sub, and I like the original Italian. Which there's a meat. Look up the original. Look up the. You know what? I got it. Don't even worry.
Thank
about
God. That was gonna
Um,
take forever. The original Italian. Just a bunch of pictures of James Gandolfini.
The original Italian had a meat on it that I didn't even know what it was, but it is delicious.
Pigeon.
It's where's the original Italian? Prosciutini. Prosciutini. Prostitution. Prosciutini.
Prosciutini. I think I knew a girl by that name.
Prosciutini.
Huh?
Prosciutini. Prosciutini?
Prosciutini. Yeah, that's my cousin's name.
It's a peppered ham, I found out. But it's really delicious.
Yeah.
It's a great sub. So those are my 4 go-tos. The chicken salsa verde one, not that good. It was like a specialty sub. They might have already nixed it off the menu. It was okay.
When I worked at Subway, sometimes people would like come in, have you make their sub, and then they'd be like, "Oh, I forgot my wallet," and then they would just never come back. So we'd get to eat those subs. And one time, one of them was a teriyaki chicken with bacon on it. Unbelievable.
Really?
That
sounds good.
I can't tell you how good that actually is. I feel bad, though, because one time this guy came in, and I was very hyped on the sandwich after I tried it. I was like, this changes everything. This guy comes in, and he's like, let me get the teriyaki chicken. I was like, absolutely, brother. Have you ever tried it with bacon? And he goes, no. And I'm like, I'm about to change your life. You're very welcome. Slap it on there. And then, God, I wish I had done this so differently. But so I'm cashing them out.
Yeah.
And it comes out to, however many dollars. And he's like, oh, does the bacon cost extra? And I was like, oh, yeah, it does. And then he's like, okay, and paid it.
You couldn't just wave the bacon for him?
I didn't even think about it. I had already, man, one time.
Just click the back bacon button.
There's no back bacon button, Matthew. That hadn't been created yet. Okay, I feel so bad about that every day. That's one of those. That's one of those things that does. Like if I had a second back, yeah, I could have. There's a couple things I
guarantee you there was a back bacon button.
There's no back bacon. Maybe now there is. Maybe now there is.
Oh, never mind. Cancel the sub. Re-enter the sub. I mean, it would have taken you 10 seconds. And that guy paid $2.
It was $1.89, I think, which is not cheap for just adding bacon to something.
Dude, I love Subway.
I like Subway too.
You want to know what though? When's the last time have we talked about Firehouse subs on this podcast yet?
Yeah, like a ton.
Really?
You brought it up like quite a bit the past couple of weeks.
Because it's delicious.
How many Firehouse subs have you eaten?
Not many.
Per capita.
But like
per capita, what's the Firehouse
I've been dreaming
subs?
about them.
Oh boy.
Dude, steamed subs is the future.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is, dude.
Listen, I like a Firehouse sub, but steamed subs? That sounds like something from like the 1930s.
They steam their subs.
We're gonna steam subs.
That's what Firehouse subs is.
I know that. And I'm saying it's good, but I'm saying it's not the wave of the future. That's like the oldest thing in the book.
Everything.
It's like when people
every sub should be steamed.
No, it's like Depression era. People couldn't afford fire, so they had to use steam. They couldn't bake things, so they had to steam things.
Dude,
like let me think. Let me think about it. Let me think of a good name. Everybody was a doctor back in this period of time. So let's say Dr. Simbo's steam subs. Steamed. They wouldn't have called them subs then. They always have such stupid fucking names for things back. Steamed bread pile.
Submarines.
No.
They went full. Here's
steamed,
the thing. I didn't.
Steamed meat. Steamed meat bag.
Steamed,
there it is. We called them meat bags. Sandwiches?
Oh,
you mean
steamed bread boat.
Steamed bread boat.
Yeah.
We called them bread boats back in our day.
Yeah. Dude, I'm all about a bread boat.
All-time Grandpa Simpson quote. He's telling the story. They're not even, like, showing him at this point. This is just, like, in the background. He's like, I had my suitcase, which at the time was known as a Swiss lunchbox. Of course, I was the only one who knew that. I mean, you can't beat that guy. Folks, the day this episode comes out is Thanksgiving, but don't panic, okay? If you forgot to pick up that thing for the meal, you don't have to worry about it because you can use Instacart. With Instacart, I don't know if you know this, but you can get not just groceries, but some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door. And the best part is right now, Instacart, List 2 and the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you have to do to get that deal is hit the link in this episode description. So don't be caught tripping this holiday season. Start using Instacart today. Folks, looking for that special holiday gift? Fuck getting a gift for somebody else. Get something nice for yourself this holiday season, okay? You've had a tough year. It's been long and hard, and now it's getting cold. Come on. All right, get yourself something nice over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Mugs, bucket hats, hoodies, t-shirts, slides, pint glasses, notebooks, fanny packs, a bunch of cool stuff. All top quality, by the way, okay? We're not cheap out on this stuff like you do some other programs or organizations with that Gildan brand and all that stuff. We're not selling t-shirts to make a buck, okay? These are the real deal. This is the nice stuff. I'm doing this for you. You're welcome. Once again, you can hit the link in this episode description to check out all that great stuff or see it for yourself over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. And if you're interested in advertising on this show, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. Podcast advertising, folks, it's here to stay, okay? It's the wave of the future, all right? That's why you've got companies like McDonald's, State Farm, NASCAR, massive corporations who spend so much money advertising on like television. You know, they're doing like Super Bowl commercials. Now they're moving into the podcast space because of how effective it can be, and that's cool. It's cool to see them move away from traditional media like that stuff. I don't know, newspaper, bus bench ads, whatever's out there, into something a little more relevant like podcasting, a little cooler. The problem is there hasn't really been any chance for smaller or even little local businesses to get in on the action, but that's what we're here for. That's what we're all about. So again, if you're interested in even just learning about all the benefits of podcast advertising, hit us up. Check it out over at snackspotsports@gmail.com. Speaking of The Simpsons, Milhouse, the actress who voiced Milhouse, she also voiced, Jimbo Jones, a bunch of other characters on there. She retired. She's done.
Are you throwing your hat in the ring? Let's hear your best Milhouse.
Oh, fuck, I can't do Milhouse, dude.
It wasn't that serious.
I know, but I can't even. Like,
Did
I
you
couldn't.
see that, Emily?
But I can't even come close. Like, I would like to.
Try Milhouse.
Hold on, let me look up a great. Let's look up a Milhouse quote, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 40 minutes.
Here.
Milhouse
Yeah.
Quote. Let's see who gets it faster. Okay.
I feel kind of funny wearing white.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I'll say my shirt fell off. Milhouse. Now the first try is not gonna be good. Everybody knows that. The first one's on the house.
All right, first one's on the house.
This is why we calibrate it. Nope. See? Okay, Mulligan. Lisa. My shirt fell off.
It's not great. So you're not in the running then.
I'm not even close. Not even close. But that's
Do you
why
think
they
they're
have
gonna have
ladies'
to-
voice all
Do you
of
think
the-
they're going to have to hire multiple people to replace?
Well, here's the thing, dude. So at this point, all the main Simpson family, those actors are all still in the game. But Carlson, different voice. Dr. Hibbert, different voice. Sherry and Terry, different
Are
voices.
they like the same voice though, just different person?
No.
They're changing it all.
Well,
together.
that's the problem. Like Carl doesn't sound that much Carl sounds a little bit like Carl, but the only one that really fucking bothers me is Dr. Hibbert. Because Dr. Hibbert, it's not just a distinct voice, but his laugh, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was terrible, but you know what I'm saying.
I
You know
didn't
how
know
it
that
sounds.
was Dr. Hibbert's
You know how
laugh.
it sounds. Like that chuckle, whatever. I mean, this is just nothing like it. It's not even close. So, I don't know.
Is anybody fighting the good fight, trying to correct that? Like, hey, we need a new Dr. Hibby.
No, because the guy who does Dr. Hibbert has done a bunch of, I don't know who it is, but he's done a bunch of voices on The Simpsons for like at least over 10 years.
They
like
just
a couple
chopped-
different
they
things.
just
They
gave
just
him another
threw
one.
Yeah, they just threw him
Threw
Dr.
another
Hibbert.
bone. He was like, I need a raise. They're like, well, we need somebody to do Dr. Hibbert.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it. But it does not seem like a priority. And honestly, it didn't really bother me that much. I mean, it does because it sounds different, but I'm like, what can you do? Except, Rick and Morty, the guy who did both their voices, he doesn't do the voices anymore.
I didn't know that.
He doesn't. He got canceled for like some just being an asshole and doing some weird shit. But
I didn't even know it was one guy that did both.
it was one
voices.
guy who did both the voices, Justin Roiland. But they have two different people doing them now, and it's exact. Like the last Rick and Morty season, I forgot that they had even changed the voice actors because it's spot fucking on.
Okay.
And I mean, there's people who do impressions like that all over the place. Like you must be able to find them somewhere. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's got to be people out there that do Milhouse
I guess
impressions.
of course. I guess they just don't care, but I do. I don't know. Maybe they're getting tired. It's been on. This is like season 36, I think. That's running right now.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think the runway is? Like, how much longer they got it in them? Not the people, just in general. How much longer does Fox have The Simpsons in them?
It's a good question. Well, you gotta wonder because also, like the landscape of broadcast television in general, The Simpsons, they still pump out a ton of merch. A ton of people still watch it every week, including myself. No matter how bad one could argue that the episodes get, Even though there's a couple even this season that are sick. Usually, even with the modern seasons, there's at least one episode that's like, that is really good. But I don't know, man. I could see it going for, I don't know, Harry Shearer's pretty old. I don't think he does he doesn't do like Homer, Bart, Lisa, Marge, or Maggie or anything. But he does like Principal Skinner and stuff. And Smithers and Mr. Burns. He's getting pretty old. So when he goes down, maybe they'll end the show. But I don't know. I could see it go. I could see Fox keeping it going literally until the apocalypse happens.
They're just going to keep running.
I mean,
is it the longest?
I think that it is the longest running show now. Ever. Like prime
What
time.
did it pass?
Gunsmoke Bonanza.
The hell is Gunsmoke and Bonanza?
They were like shows that were like started at the beginning of television and ran like through the 80s. They were on forever.
That sounds horrible. I'll tell you right now, I will never watch Gunsmoke and Banana.
Look,
I'm drawing that line
Bonanza.
firm in the sand. Gunsmoke and Banana will never be on my television.
Bonanza.
No, I know what you're saying. I'm telling you right now, Gunsmoke and Bonanza Banana will never be on my television.
These are two different shows.
Yeah.
By the way, do you
Gunsmoke and Bonanza.
Oh wait, did you think it was the same show?
Yeah, that was one show, Gunsmoke and Bonanza.
Two grizzled detectives. Gunsmoke. They were the Rizzolian Isles of that day.
Yeah, which is a show that should have gone on longer.
Absolutely not. Although I would love to see Rizzolian Isles show up in a Who Would Win. We should do Jethro Gibbs for a Who Would Win. How about that?
Yeah, we've
never done Jethro Gibbs. Special
You're
Agent
telling
Jethro
me we've
Gibbs?
never done Mark Harmon?
No, never Mark Harmon.
You want to do him today?
I would love to. Who do you think could go up against him? Monk? I mean, he beat the shit out of Monk, but I don't really mind. I mean, who's gonna beat him?
I'll tell you what.
Columbo?
I'll tell you who Jethro Gibbs wouldn't like: the old guys that are wearing the Vietnam hats that didn't actually serve.
Oh my God, he'd give them the.
So I'm not saying that about all. I just want to clarify: the older gentlemen who did serve. I mean,
congratulations.
Yeah, all respect goes to the troops.
Yeah.
But there's a couple people rocking those Vietnam
Uncle
hats.
Ronnie went there 3 times. Did you know that?
No, but it adds up.
He signed up to go back, man. How many people do you think signed up to go back? I mean, sure, a couple hundred probably, but like, that's such a small number when you look at the grand scheme of things, and he was one of those.
Hell, listen, Andy. Some folks are born silver spoon in hand.
It ain't me.
It ain't me, baby.
Brother.
I ain't no millionaire, so no.
What about Jethro Gibbs versus Mr. Whammy?
Nah.
What about Jethro Gibbs versus Lassiter from Psych? That's
a good fight.
You want to do that? Okay,
yeah.
well, we're gonna do that
There
for
you
Who
go.
Would Win. Scratch that bullshit we had later. I did not remember it. This one I probably will remember by the time we get to the Who Would Win.
Dude, that's a great Who Would Win of the week. That's got some pep in my step. I was ready on the episode. I had nothing left to give. I was looking on Twitter. It's really just Elon saying some dumb shit.
Classic.
The whole concept of the what's that department?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what Department H.
No, what's it called? I've been using.
Isn't it like
using
Department of Innovation or something?
No, Department of like
Department-
productivity. Not
The
product.
new one?
Yeah,
Government efficiency.
government efficiency.
Doge.
Yes.
Department of Doge.
Yeah,
The Doge D.
Department of
Double
Government
D.
Efficiency. Just an electric. Like I would love to get my hands on that.
Uh,
I don't want to have anything to do with like public service or politics, but to be able to run the Department of Government Efficiency and be like, that not efficient. There's a better way to do
Sorry,
that.
guys.
Yeah, and you could come up with hysterical things that are like make things more efficient. Like, for example, instead of like trains that burn a lot of fossil fuels, maybe we just make really long slides.
I got it. Instead
And
of
people
using
just climb up and then they just slide all the way down, like to the next state over. That would be efficient. We'd lose a few people.
Mhm.
And if the weather was bad, God bless you.
Yeah. I got one. We save tons of energy that we use toasting our subs, and we steam them instead.
Yes, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. But
Firehouse Subs, the official sandwich of the Department of Government Efficiency.
Here's the thing, though, that I will say is that, one, they still toast the bread of a Firehouse Sub. I think maybe even before they steam it. I don't know what their
crazy.
order is, but
I'd be
it's because it's
disappointed in
toasted
that.
and steamed.
Toasted and steamed?
So like you still get like the
What are they-
outer rim, like little
Oh,
bite,
you don't got to
little
tell me
crunch,
about the rim.
but then the inside is steamed.
It's steamed.
But Firehouse Subs, I'll say, is not efficient. Like it takes much longer to get your sub at a Firehouse Subs than it does at, say, a Subway or anything like that. Even if you're
True.
toasting it.
It takes time to steam them.
Yeah, they gotta. Yeah.
God, those subs are so soggy. I mean, I like them, but that is a soggy sandwich.
Have you had it with the garlic bread? Did we talk about the garlic bread?
I'm sure we did.
Dude, you
You've been
gotta
talking
try
about
the garlic
Firehouse Subs
Because
so
it's
much.
unreal. It is. I listen. I love subs. Like I could eat a sub every meal for the rest of my life. That could be the only food group. I could do this with two food groups. So I could do that with like tacos / wraps. I could eat only tacos and wraps or only subs for the rest of my life.
You know, I think that is
'Cause
something.
I'm not done.
Sorry, please.
Have you ever had a good breakfast sub?
Yeah. Actually, no. I've had like a flatbread kind of sub from
Dude.
Subway, but I wouldn't say I've had
If
a
you can get
breakfast
your
sub.
hands on a good breakfast sub,
What, you got like Raisin Bran on it?
no, like
Life cereal?
no,
Cinnamon
it's
Toast
like
Crunch?
I mean, your regular
Loops.
breakfast sandwich, like right? It's just egg, bacon or sausage, cheese, maybe a little hash brown on there too. But on a sub roll, you've never experienced this,
Mm-mm.
dude.
I don't think so.
A good breakfast sub blows. Like most, there's okay. It would make an average breakfast sandwich so much better.
Yeah, put it on a sub roll
Yeah.
for sure.
Now there's like elite breakfast sandwiches that are on like a really good bagel or whatever.
Yep.
But an average breakfast sandwich, you put it on a sub roll, so much better.
The two top breakfast items, I think, innovative breakfast items, breakfast pizza, and the Taco Bell breakfast crunch wrap. Have you ever had one of those?
So let me take one step back. Breakfast pizza, I love. I'm all about breakfast pizza. There's again, I've had not great breakfast pizza,
Yeah.
but good breakfast pizza is fantastic.
The ones we had in high school, that was the best breakfast
Yeah,
pizza
and
I've
like
ever had.
like Tops, no free ads, but like Tops has a banging breakfast pizza.
Yeah.
There's a few locations where you get a good breakfast. High school breakfast pizza is different.
It was
That
incredible.
shit was delicious.
That's probably the one thing I wish I could have on a regular basis
Dude.
from like school lunches.
I
mean, and that's including popcorn chicken.
dude, see, I'm the opposite. I wish like they could install our old high school cafeteria like at my office. Because dude, I used to go like I know we've talked about this before, but there was chicken patties every day. So if all else failed, it was a double chicken patty to the face, without a doubt. They also had like high school lunch cheeseburgers. I loved them. I feel like a lot of people didn't. I was a
never had
huge
one.
fan. They were like so fake that they were delicious.
Yeah.
There would be days, Andy, if they had cheeseburgers on the menu, where I would buy a quad lunch so that I could get 2 cheeseburgers and 2 chicken patties and make 2 McGangbangs.
Wow. That's expensive. That's like
Not really,
That's like
though. It was
$8.
That's what I mean. It was like $9.
That's a lot of money, man. $9. That ain't nothing.
And then they always had later in our career, they had the popcorn chicken salads like pre-made on deck all the time.
Yeah, I remember those.
Dude, you just throw a little bit of that pump ranch. You pump the ranch right in there, and then hit it with a little hot sauce, and then close that plastic thing and shake it all up, dude. Whew. I'm such a big advocate for high school lunches,
Yeah.
and the pizza and the cookies, dude. That's the crazy thing. I would go slice of breakfast pizza, at least a double lunch for sure. And then I would eat whatever for dinner. And, dude, I couldn't get myself to be over 170 pounds.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it was
And
back then.
that's my current. We're getting into I'm coming back to Taco Bell, so don't worry.
I completely forgot about it,
But-
so I'm not worried.
now my body still craves to eat like that, and I
Yeah.
just can't do it. And I don't know, like, here's my question for all the people listening. At what point do you, like, because some people, like, you know, like, are just like, ooh, I'm full. Like, I ate the right amount, I'm full.
Yeah.
At what point do you get there?
Because
I
don't have that.
Oh, I will continue. I could always continue to eat.
Yeah.
It does, like, I do get full, and I'll be like, oh, I'm full, I'm done. Like, Thanksgiving is a great example. Like, I'll get full, but I will eat, like, a fucked up amount of food before I get to that point of where I'm like, no, I can't eat anymore. Like, I'll go home today, for example, and I don't know exactly what I mean, but I'll have some chicken, some roasted potatoes, maybe a little side salad, and I'll eat that. And, like, that's a meal to most people, and I'll be starving afterwards. And then I'm, like, in the boat where I'm like, fuck, what do I do? Like, I know I shouldn't eat. And then I usually end up trying to come up with something to snack. It's a whole mess. Is there a point that you hit where you just, like, get full? Like, you're just
No,
like, yeah, this is
that's
the perfect
not-
amount of
no.
food.
No, that won't.
I'll just always be able to eat. I'm gonna be 300 pounds.
You gotta.
So I've tried that. I've gone calorie deficit to where, like, I'm always hungry, but I'm like, maybe if I do this for, like, 2 weeks, then by, like, the third week, my body will be like, oh, this is the amount of food a human's supposed to eat. I still haven't, and then that falls off because I'm just starving.
Yeah, it's just not gonna.
Like, I can just delete food all the time.
It's probably gonna be a problem you'll face for your whole life. You know, that's the way it is with most people. You know.
That's not what I wanted to hear. I was hoping you were like, yeah, one day you're just going to eat, like, a small little portion and be full. Because, dude, like, old people, like, they eat, like, a couple bites of
Their
shit.
bodies are falling apart. They
So
don't
what-
use up any energy.
Am I using up too much energy? But not really, because I'm gaining weight, so it's not like it's burning.
Yeah.
I
Well,
just keep getting fatter.
that's what happens. Well, when you get super, super old, right now we're just in that part of life where, like, you know, things are hard.
Taco Bell breakfast sandwich.
It's not a breakfast sandwich.
It's a breakfast crunch wrap. When Taco Bell first announced its breakfast, a friend of mine at the time, and still a friend, great guy, shout out to him, we penny boarded to Taco
Jesus
Bell.
Christ, so this was a while ago.
Yeah. We penny boarded to Taco Bell at like 8 o'clock in the morning. To go get their breakfast. And then penny boarded home. And I don't remember if it was him or I, but one of us had a full Baja Blast cup on our way back and fell off their board and dropped it.
Damn.
It was the one on in North Tonawanda over there on what's that street?
Meadow?
Meadow, yeah. Remember that Taco Bell?
Yep.
Yeah, we penny boarded to that Taco Bell
Wow.
for breakfast. But they didn't have the breakfast crunch wrap yet. They had like the waffle taco. I think that was like their first menu item. I don't even remember how it was. I like Taco Bell. But here's my problem with Taco Bell is like a couple things. Like, it was a few weeks back. I don't remember what we were doing. We had a busy weekend or whatever, and my girlfriend was like, let's order Taco Bell. It was a weekend. We had done a bunch of shit. She's like, It was later at night. We hadn't eaten dinner. We were
Feeling
what
like
are we
you got to
gonna
live
do?
Moss.
She's like, let's order Taco Bell. I'm really in the mood for Taco Bell. And I had a gift card, a DoorDash or Uber Eats or like whatever. So we're like, let's just order it. So it shows up. I mean, it couldn't have even been remotely more wrong of an order, which had me chapped. And I feel like that's a Taco Bell thing to do.
Never happened to me. The good people at Taco Bell have never steered me wrong, not even once.
I got another story about Taco Bell after this, but let me get through this one first. And the problem is I get all the gets dropped off. I like open up the bag and I like lay out the items, and I'm like, I can tell you right now, this isn't right. Like, these aren't the right items. So I go on my Uber Eats app and I like submit a claim, and they're like, oh, we're so sorry. We'll give you, $12.39 back in Uber credit or whatever.
That's pretty good.
Whatever it is, like, right? So I do that, and then I'm like, all right, like, finally, like, I'll just, and I didn't. There wasn't as I knew I was going to be hungry because I didn't get all my food and stuff like that. And so I submit the claim, and finally I'm like, all right, I'm going to start eating. Eat my. So I had 2 chalupas, chicken chalupa supremes with nacho cheese. What I ordered. Open my chalupa, first bite, ground beef. And I'm like, listen, I'll eat it still, but it's just not what I wanted. It wasn't what I was looking forward to. So I eat the food, and this is partially my mistake. So I eat the food that I was given. I had two beef chalupas. And then I'm like, I'm just mad that they didn't give me my chicken chalupa. So I go back in the app, and I go to say, like, hey, my order was wrong. And it's like, you already submitted, like, your order was wrong here. Like, we already gave you your credit back.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no, like, no, more of my order was wrong button. So then I went through, like, this whole help thing. And I was like, I submitted it when I saw that I was missing stuff. And then I started eating my stuff. And then I realized there was more wrong. And they're like, okay, just submit a picture of, like, the wrong stuff. And I'm like, well, I don't have a picture of it.
Because you already ate it.
Because I ate it.
That's on you, man.
I know. And I'm like, I guess that makes sense. Like, I did eat it, so I should have to pay for it. I'm not asking for a full refund. I more so want somebody to go, like, tell Taco Bell, like, hey, step your shit up, man. Like, I didn't even want money back. I wasn't even looking for money back. I just want to be able to know that next time I order Taco Bell, if I ever do again, which I probably won't, I get what I fucking asked for.
I don't know, man. Look, every time you order food off one of these apps, it's a gamble.
And
it's the gamble of convenience.
Yeah, dude, let's okay, I'm glad you said that because that's going to spiral me. So the convenience of these apps, though, is that they charge you like 3 times as much as it would cost if you just got in your car and went and got the food.
Yeah.
I feel like the least they can do is just give me the food that I ordered since I'm paying so much more for it.
Well, they try to. They do.
They obviously don't because how often
Of course they do.
No. How often do you go into a fast food restaurant and get the complete wrong order? Because to me, I would say almost never.
Yeah.
And if you're ordering on the app, I bet you they have like close to a 50% hit rate of like something being wrong.
Listen,
My Taco Bell order, if we DoorDash it, literally always completely wrong.
Yes.
Really?
I swear to God, it's only Taco Bell. And again, you go to Taco Bell, drive through, you order.
And then get your
shit's
shit right.
Yeah,
Well,
but if you're DoorDashing Taco Bell, fucking
Not a chance.
Say a
Thank
prayer,
you.
brother. Say
Dude,
a prayer.
There was a time when this was probably like 2 years ago or whatever. I was coaching hockey. We were on the road. We had a game, like, let's say we had a Friday night game, we had a Saturday night game, and it was a Friday night game, was over, whatever happened, we were, we used to go, when we'd get back to the hotel, we'd all meet in, like, one of the coaches' rooms, like, the coach would all meet, and we'd sit around and, go over film, talk about tomorrow's lineup, stuff like that. And we would usually order something to eat, because we'd usually have a pregame meal, but you're starving by the time the game's over, whatever, because it's usually late, it's like midnight, so we're always ordering, like, random shit. It was a lot of, like, Domino's or whatever. I don't remember I think we were in New Jersey somewhere. We ordered Taco Bell. And I mean, there's 4 or 5 coaches, so it's a decent amount of Taco Bell we're ordering. So the Taco Bell gets there, and there was one guy at the time who wasn't a big Taco Bell guy. He had never had the Cinnabon Delights.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, we got to fucking get some Cinnabon Delights. Like, these things are gas. We got to try them. Or you know what? Maybe we had previously ordered Taco Bell, and that was the first time he had the Cinnabon Delights, and he was like, I want Cinnabon Delights bad. And I was like, dude, so should everybody. We're definitely putting some Cinnabon Delights on this order. So the food gets delivered, no Cinnabon Delights. So I went in, like, said no Cinnabon Delights, got the refund for the Cinnabon Delights, and then went back onto Uber Eats and ordered just Cinnabon Delights and made this guy drive me just Cinnabon Delights. Here was the fucking problem with it, though. Again, they credited me back for, like, the price of the food item, but they don't credit you back the fees and all that shit. Yeah. So I ended up paying, like, let's say you go in to a Taco Bell and order, like, whatever, a 20-pack of Cinnabon Delights. I don't even know if they come that big.
Oh,
and maybe it's a 10-pack.
Sure.
A 10-pack of Cinnabon Delights. And it's $7. On Uber Eats, you order a 10-pack of Cinnabon Delights, it's probably like $9 plus fees. in all for this pack of Cinnabon Delights, I bet you I paid close to like $20 because I had to just keep feeding, and that was with getting discounted for the original.
I mean, this is the world we're living in, man. This is how Blade Runner happens.
That's why I used to be a big Uber Eats guy. Like when I was in college, first finished college, I almost refuse to use it now unless it's a scenario like that.
Refuse to use. I've gotten pretty. I mean, I use Uber Eats, and my stuff is never wrong. I've never had one. I've never actually gotten something wrong.
But you order food though. How often are you ordering fast food?
Like specifically Taco Bell.
Or
Specific-
like even
well,
like
it's been a while.
McDonald's is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I've had an occasional run in like super late at night, which that's understandable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also not ordering like a ton of stuff, and I'm also not making like these things have to be very specifically made. This way.
I'm not either. I'm talking about like you order you order a chicken chalupa and they send you a beef chalupa. Or like what am I tipping?
No, you're just not.
I'm not centered. You order. I mean, it doesn't matter what you order. You can order the most stock taco on the menu, and in your bag you will get like a bean roll up. Like Emily, am I right? Like how often are they throwing a bean roll up in my bag? Like the people that run the specifically Uber Eats section of Taco Bell,
They don't give a fuck.
must think that
give a
the
shit.
bean roll up is the most ordered menu on the Taco Bell item because they're throwing a bean roll. You could order like a Taco Bell like the 6-pack of Doritos Locos tacos. You're getting one bean roll up. It's fucking incredible. The incompetence that I see out of these motherfuckers taking the DoorDash and Uber Eats orders at Taco Bell. I'm furious. I'm off the rails right now, but I'll tell you right now, Andy, it's bullshit. It wouldn't piss me off if it was like a regular price. Like if you were paying regular price and it was a 50-50 hit rate, that makes sense. Because listen, like they're providing extra service for you that they don't have to do. So who cares if they're getting shit wrong? But if you're paying 2 to 3 times the amount for this food, it should be right every time. Taco Bell's the worst at it. Fast food's not great. Like if you get more like one step up, like a Moe's or something like that. But even Chipotle, like. Again, I know this is a knock on Chipotle, but like, and I refuse to order Chipotle any type of way but in person. Because if you were to like order a Chipotle bowl on the Chipotle app, even for pickup, you get maybe 1/3 of the bowl that you would get if you were there in person. Like that's got to be scientifically proven. Like if you were to order a bowl from Chipotle right now on your phone, and then go into Chipotle and we'll go through the line and order the same exact bowl and then take both bowls and open them up. Like it would be, I bet you it'd be close to £1 in weight difference in overall food.
I get that because you're face to face with like the person.
But like, but that's the problem is that means to me that that's being instructed from the higher ups. Chipotle HQ is like telling employees like, hey, when you're making a bowl for pickup or delivery, go a little lighter on it.
You think it's that nefarious?
Oh, I really do. I really do. I think it's this big conspiracy because the difference is massive, and it's the same people making both bowls. And I don't think that me standing there holds enough power to some of these like hourly employees for them to care whether or not I think they've given me enough rice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
Let's do the Hoover of the week.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm done.
You want to attack anybody else?
No.
What about? Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Who was my nemesis earlier?
Carlton.
What was
from
my
Fresh
one?
Prince.
No, what was my 1-1 nemesis?
The
remember.
chicken.
No, that was
sandwich?
number 2.
All I have is spiders and a sandwich.
Oh, spiders.
spiders.
Yeah, spiders. Yeah.
Spiders and a sandwich.
Yeah. I would put Taco Bell from Uber Eats as number. That would be number 2. No, it can't be that high because I don't do it often, but it's up there. It might even not be top 5 because I don't run into it very often, but it's for sure top 10. and it's above things that I do like all the time that get under my skin a little bit. But this is like once a year I'm probably doing this, and every time it fucking boils my blood. I'm curious. Order Taco Bell right now and see if it gets delivered correctly.
I mean, my Taco Bell order is pretty easy. I've never gotten it wrong.
I know,
I've
but
never
that's
gotten
something.
a wrong
If you
one.
order just a chicken quesadilla,
Yeah.
the chances of you getting Emily, what would you put the chances of Andrew getting a chicken quesadilla at?
If that was the only thing you ordered,
I'll order 2 chicken quesadillas.
one might be right, and then one will be like 2 of those little roll-up shits or something.
Yeah, a
Like,
bean roll up
yeah.
or some
Bean
shit.
roll
Yeah.
up?
Like,
Dude,
yeah.
They're trying to get rid of beans.
One time they gave us grape soda instead of Coke, but like it was still dark, so you couldn't tell until you took a sip of it.
That's funny.
That was kind of gross.
The fucking bean roll.
A surprise.
I don't
grape
even know if
soda.
a bean
That is
roll up
pretty gross.
is on the Taco Bell menu, but they're still making it and putting it in every Uber Eats
Somebody's
order.
making these
And
bean
it's not
roll-ups.
like an extra one with your correct order.
No, they take a random menu item and they just replace it with this little scrawny nasty bean roll up. And I don't even mind
That's-
beans. I like beans.
I think that this is just one guy making all these bean roll-ups, and it's like this is how
like,
he
people
creates
he's
chaos.
He's like, no, he thinks he's doing the Lord's work. He's like, I know that they wanted a chalupa supreme with chicken and nacho cheese, but I'm telling you right now, if they eat this bean roll up, it's like it's you giving that guy the bacon and then charging him for it.
No,
Full
'cause that was a
circle.
mistake.
Full circle
That was a
shit.
mistake.
Bring this shit full
all right,
circle.
that was a sin. I'll be punished by that.
And
I'll
so
be
will
punished
this
for that in
guy.
the afterlife.
But he doesn't know it.
That's the difference.
No, because at the time you
come
were
to
doing it
terms.
out of the goodness of your heart. And he thinks he is too. Somebody needs to sit him down and say, hey, listen, knock it off with the fucking bean roll-ups. You know when they do the intervention in How I Met Your Mother with Marshall because he keeps making the charts at work?
Yeah.
That's this guy with bean roll-ups. Like, dude, stop making bean roll-ups. Nobody wants a fucking bean roll-up.
But he loves
Taco
the bean
Bell?
roll-ups.
I'm actually calling for it right now. The Department of Government Efficiency should come down on Taco Bell and tell them if the bean roll-up is on your menu, wipe it clean. Nobody has ever ordered a fucking bean roll-up from Taco Bell.
I mean, it's truly if taking everything out of this equation, taking the idea of Taco Bell food delivery, if I had to put together what I would think would be the most unsatisfying thing a person could possibly eat, it would be some beans just wrapped in a tortilla. It would be a bean roll-up.
It's usually warm.
That makes it worse, actually. A warm bean roll.
No, you want your bean
And
roll-up
you know,
warm. You don't want a
bro,
cold
I
bean roll-up.
hate to tell you this. He's not heating them up in any real way.
He's
He's pulling those
steaming
bean-
'em.
He's steaming them.
Last thing I'll say, because
I
I do
doubt it.
like
Yeah.
I do like I do like refried beans, and if you're at like a Mexican restaurant and you get like refried beans and you have like if you get fajitas or something,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't mind like a little tortilla in the bean action,
Uh-huh.
but
Who does?
Nobody, I challenge the entire universe to find me one person sober who's ever gone to Taco Bell and ordered a bean roll-up. Because I could see somebody being really stoned and just being like, dude, for whatever reason, a bean roll-up sounds like a hit right now. I know that sounds crazy, but there's people doing weird shit out there.
A bean roll up.
But nobody has ever walked into Taco Bell and seen like the grilled cheese burrito and the chalupas and the Doritos Locos
Yeah.
and the crunch wraps and all of this stuff, the cheesy potato whatever,
Oh, that's good.
and been like, bean roll up, please. All right, let's do a who. We got to
Okay.
get the fuck out of here. I didn't realize it was this late.
It is late. Jesus. I'm just gonna write this down though, because we need to do a who would win of the worst. Pardon me. We need to do a who would win of the worst fast food items. Something
Yeah.
against the bean.
We should do we should do a bracket.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know if the bean roll up is a real item at Taco Bell. I'm gonna look right
If
now.
you've it doesn't matter, because if you know it exists, then other people know it exists. It's clear that the bean roll up is out there. And here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
The Who'd Win of the Week this week is Carlton Lassiter from Psych versus Special Agent Jethro Gibbs of NCIS. Now, look, Carlton Lassiter, he's a by-the-books guy, all right? He's as straight of an arrow as they come. And he's a good cop, all right? He's stubborn, but he is good at his job. Jethro Gibbs, and I think Jethro Gibbs would look at Carlton. I wish you hadn't shown me that.
$1.89.
Bean Rollup. I wish.
It's right there. The fuck. I don't know what.
Yeah, any camera will do. Any camera will do you.
$1.89 for the bean roll up. You're guaranteed getting those with any online order. Any online order comes with a free bean roll up. They just also replace what you actually wanted.
Yeah. You pay for it with your soul.
Yeah. All right. Who would win of the week?
Yeah, I already queued it
Carlton
up and have
Lassiter
been
versus
talking
Jethro
about
Gibbs.
it.
No, I know, but
Yep.
I was looking up the bean roll.
You gotta.
I needed to know it existed. What if it was just a figment of my imagination? That's
bean
what I was
roll-up?
worried about. Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. I mean, that'd be a real mental illness. That would be legit bad.
I'm so pissed at the bean roll up. Okay. Go ahead.
As I was saying, Carlton Lassiter. I think Jethro Gibbs would look at Carlton and be like, this kid has potential, but he's got to figure some things out. It would be, what this fight would be like, honestly? It would be like in Captain America Civil War when Captain America fights Spider-Man at the airport, and, Spider-Man's, like, doing pretty good. He's holding his own. He's, like, webbing the shield and stuff like that, but then at the end, Captain America drops that thing on him, and he's like, hey, kid, where you from? He's like, I'm from Queens. He's like, Brooklyn. It's like he beats him, but he's like, there's a little bit of respect there.
Yeah.
That's literally what this fight is.
I agree. I mean, I think Jethro Gibbs would kick the shit out of Carlton Lassiter.
I think Jethro Gibbs could go up against, like, Cthulhu.
Here's the thing. This is how I kind of see it going. Is Carlton Lassiter would be trying too hard.
Yes.
And Gibbs would slap him upside the back of the head. Classic Gibbs slap in the back of the head.
Which is that's a solid finishing move.
Well, this is kind of the start of the fight.
And how it ends.
And then Carlton's like, I'm head detective of the Santa Barbara Police Department. You can't slap me in the head. And Gibbs is like, I don't give a shit who you are, brother. Like, what you just said means nothing to me.
Yeah.
And then that would fire up Lassie. And then Lassie would, be like, I got double guns. And Gibbs would be like, doesn't scare me, brother.
That's the only weapon I need.
And Gibbs is a sharpshooter, too. He's a sniper.
That's right. God, those flashbacks
dude,
were
and
so
I would love it too.
Crazy.
Because I agree, there would be a tip of the cap of respect at the end, but I think Gibbs would also be okay humiliating. Initially humiliating him, and then be like, "Listen, I respect you. You need to change.
That's part
change
of it.
Your ways."
Honestly, Gibbs whooping Carlton's ass would be for his own good. It'd make him a better cop.
Yeah,
that's what that's what this fight is.
Yeah.
And I think.
Do you think? Honest question. Do you think Jethro Gibbs would ever lose out on solving an investigation to Sean Spencer? Maybe not Sean Spencer because he's a good detective or he's good at it.
Yeah,
but to a fake psychic.
No.
Yeah, never.
No, but Sean Spencer, maybe that'd be close. That's a really interesting call. That's a tough one. Honestly, as much as I love Monk, we're just talking USA Universe here. I do think Gibbs could beat Monk to the punch in if they were on the same case. As much as I love Monk, and I think he's the man.
Just because he wouldn't have to touch as many light poles and stuff on his way.
Exactly. It takes up too much time.
In this fight, though, I am taking Gibbs.
Oh, yeah.
And, Lassiter's tall. He's well-trained.
Yep.
But
he's disciplined.
He's kind of like a teacher's pet bitch person.
He's just too by the book. And Gibbs is at the point in his career where he's like,
what book? Gibbs has his own book.
He's got his own book, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rule number 41.
Department of Government Efficiency Get the current book out. Bring the Gibbs book in.
Love it. Bring me
Yeah.
a book, not throw it away.
Yeah. Yeah, and then just keep a list of rules in your head
Yeah.
that are numbered.
That's the most efficient way to
Yeah.
do things. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Rule number 1, build a boat in your basement.
Yeah.
That's the first thing we have to do.
Yeah. If I was gonna fix the economy, I would make everybody build a boat in their basement.
Yeah, if I was going to fix the economy, I'd probably write down a bunch of nonsense on some cue cards and then put them in a little tin box. I think, have we tried that yet? That's where he keeps his rules.
Yeah.
Have we tried?
I keep my front door open all the time, and anybody that needed advice, they could just walk right in my basement. I'd be like this.
Have we
be
tried
playing in the
slapping China in the back of the head
Yeah.
to resolve our national debt? Have we actually tried that yet? Because I don't know. It could be something.
Yeah.
Could be
I'm
something.
taking Gibbs.
Have we tried befriending an aging doctor who, despite
Yeah.
never mind. Keep going.
Have we tried bringing the daughter of the leader of Mossad in to work for us, and hopefully she'll turn against her own father?
Yeah, something like that.
Have we tried
Have
that?
we tried something like that?
Yeah.
Actually,
And then
I don't know, could
ultimately
work.
she'll have a kid with one of our coworkers, but then she'll run away with the kid, and then she'll die in a fire.
is that what happens to Ziva? She dies in a fire.
Just a
That's
kid with the
fucked up.
nozo.
Well, yeah, obviously, who wouldn't?
And then
Bull-
she dies
Bull
in a fire,
himself?
but the kid lives. Or maybe she doesn't. No, maybe she doesn't die in the fire.
I hope that NCIS goes on
don't
long
know.
enough where that kid becomes an NCIS agent,
Well, Denozo retires once Ziva dies because he takes full custody of the kid.
and then he does, and then he goes on the show Bull. He's got his own show, which is a different character. I know, it's not,
yeah.
but Bull. Listen,
Let's lock this in.
it's Gibbs.
It's
locked
Jethro
in.
Gibbs.
It's
It was
locked in
always
for Gibbs.
Jethro Gibbs.
It's always been Gibbs.
Vote on that on Instagram on Friday. Who would win of the week? Jethro Gibbs from NCIS versus Carlton Laster from Psych.
It's a fun fight.
We'll get out of here.
Yeah, I know. It's time.
Yeah.
So long. Farewell.
I'm starving.
Yeah,
I'm not
honestly,
gonna
I'm gonna
eat Taco
I'm
Bell.
gonna I am gonna get Taco Bell. I'm
Are
gonna
you going to
drive
pick
through
it up,
Taco
though?
Bell.
Yeah, see?
I'm gonna drive through.
Are you going to get a bean roll up?
Absolutely not.
You might still,
Maybe just throw out
you
the
might
window.
still get
Maybe
one.
throw him off the trail.
Yeah, he might still get one.
Dude.
You should go up and say, like, hey, can I get a bean
Can I get a
burrito?
bean
And,
roll up,
and
please?
see if he says, really? Yeah.
Dude, if you eat a bean roll up, they cannot track your movements.
No, they can.
No, if you eat a bean roll up, all satellites, you completely go off the grid. It's like, you know
Dude.
how in the movie Predator, they cover themselves in mud to like hide from the predator's thermo
Yeah.
vision? All you got to do is eat a bean roll up, dude. Why didn't they just do that? Movie could have been fucking 30 minutes long.
Instead of pouring yourself or pouring gasoline on yourself to hide from the Indominus Rex in Jurassic World, just go smack a bean roll
Here's the
up.
thing. Aluminum foil is expensive. And if you're going to make a new tinfoil hat all the time, the costs are going to add up.
Just eat a weekly bean roll
A
up.
bean roll-up's
$1.89.
$1.89 for
Honestly,
the government not to track you?
You just spend like $15 on a Taco Bell order through Uber Eats, and you'll get a bean roll up anyway.
Yeah, you're going to get a bean roll-up.
Andy, I love you.
Love you too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.